This standing glute stretch is very similar to the one on the floor or if you're doing it seated, but with standing, you can get your body weight into it a little bit more and get a little bit deeper stretch. So if you have really tight glutes and hips, this may be the alternative for you. So at the gym, I'm using a tall box. It's almost about hip height. If you're doing this at home, what would be equivalent to the box is probably the back of your couch. It's about hip height. And then I'm going to show you a second version using the bench. And that would be equivalent to maybe an ottoman, a couch, or maybe even your bed from home. You can see in this video to the right, this is kind of what my leg looks like. The more that your knee is bent at a 90-degree, the bigger the glute stretch. So if you are not feeling it, go ahead and try to kick your ankle out so that it is more in a 90-degree. Now, the key thing for this to work is that you don't want to round your low back or your upper body. To get a deeper stretch, you're going to lean forward at the hips, keeping everything nice and straight, and also not letting your knee come up off the box too much. When you switch sides, you'll definitely notice that one hip is tighter than the other, so you may not lean as far forward on one, or that your knee will not stay down as much. You'll also notice on this side, this is my tighter hip, so I'm trying to get more out of it. That standing leg isn't as straight on this one. I'm putting a lot of my body weight into that hip, so I'm trying to get a little bit deeper stretch. Now this is for the ones that are a little bit more flexible and need a deeper stretch. So here I'm going to use a bench, and this one's a little bit more intense because all of your body weight is on your hip. You also kind of have to hold yourself up with your arms and your back legs. So make sure you're strong enough to do this. You can see that I'm not even going to the floor yet. This is really intense. I slowly get there as I'm getting a little bit more warmed up, but this is a lot more intense on your hip. So make sure that you ease into it and maybe start on a box. Here's what this stretch looks like from the front view. It's really important that you don't lean into that hip. Oftentimes people think that's going to get a little bit more, but you want to make sure that your hips stay level and that you're straight up and down from the knee on the floor. So you can also notice that my hand's holding myself. This is a really intense stretch, so you may have to use the bench to hold you there.